When you install the vaporizer theme, you will have 62 themes or colors to choose from. The one I selected is Alice Dark theme. So this is the one I preferred from all the various available themes. The problem is that it had some issues. The first category is related to the colors of the interface. For example, here you can see that the menu is barely visible. There is also a problem with the colors of these files in the file explorer that makes them hardly readable. There is also here in the welcome page the colors of the links. And the second category is related to the colors of the code. For example, here we have the comments brighter than the actual code. The color of the keywords can have their own color, also the color of the numbers, for example. The best way to solve this is to change the settings related to the user. To do this, just use the Ctrl+Shift+P command to open the command palette and select preferences, user JSON, or just write preferences and JSON and select from the list the user. So it will open this user settings JSON file in which you can set the modifications you want. So in the settings JSON file, I worked on these two categories. For the colors of the text in the code, there is the editor token color customization. I defined text mate rules, but only for the Vaporizer Alice Dark theme. So if I change the theme, these colors will not apply. The values I changed the colors of the comments for the variables, the parameters, and for the digits. For the second category, I changed the color corresponding to the Workbench color customization category. I selected also the Vaporizer Alice Dark, and for each category, I selected a corresponding color, a preferred color. I used the colors of the theme first, then I added some dark colors that were not available in the theme. So this way it will be compatible with the theme. For example, here you can type the list by, for example, a category of parameters to change, and you will have a list of available values that you can values that you can change. There is this, so to be able to know if the property you are going to change is available or not. There's also an important element here, is for defining the text mate rule, you have to define the scope. So the name here is just a name I added for my definition to be able to segregate it from the other ones, but the actual specification of the value to change is in here, the scope. So to be able to know these values, you open your file or text file, for example. Here I have this code, and you type, for example, you select the value you want to change. For example, I have this comment. This is comment. You click on Ctrl+Shift settings and you type scope, for example, or inspect editor tokens and scopes, and you will have a definition of the scopes, available scopes. For example, here for the comments, I selected punctuation definition comments.comment to change the comment color. So if you look in here, I chose punctuation definition comment and the dot comment, and the second one also comments. So I selected this one. Now I will show you the difference between the before the customization and after. So we have this empty page, and we have these colors of the files and the colors of the menu after applying the settings. And now we have the colors before applying the settings, and now we have the colors after applying the settings. We have the menu is clear, and also this files as clear. There is another color that I'm using for other type, for the second type of colors, but you can't see here. There is also this welcome page with this dark color. You can see here the dark color changed, and I also changed the background color of the cards, so it will be more visible and clear to the eyes. So this is the after, and now this is the before. I even changed the color of the progress here. There is also the code. You can see here the difference. So this is the before, the code, the variables, the comments, and as you may already noticed, and here is the color of the comments, the color of the properties. There is also, I don't know, there is here the example of the color of the digits and the color of the variable. So this color is brighter and clearer than the previous one. If you want the list of all available settings for the colors customization, you can check the link in the description below. If you want the settings that I've applied, just write the word the settings in the comments below. Bye.